What's up, guys? You probably think I'm like addicted to caffeine, which I kind of am, but not any more than like any regular person because I'm pretty much always drinking coffee in all of my videos, but it's because I record in the morning. Well, at least that's what I'm gonna tell you. But real quick, before we jump into the list, I wanna show you guys something. Hold on. So my mom sent me and B this. It's like a weird kind of like wood thing, and they basically make this glass, they heat it up, and then they press it to match on a piece of wood, and it's like a secure fit. It's super cool, super unique. I've never seen that done before. It's kind of a cool idea. It like burns the wood and everything. Like it's totally unique. Like it's got this weird deformity. It's like you can't even put this down on the table. You have to put it down on here. It's like totally proprietary. Odd, but kind of cool, right? So I've had that for a while, but I never realized that I hadn't ever shared it with you, so there it is, I guess. Anyways, what's up, guys? My name is Josh, and this is gonna be like the most tiptoey video that I've ever made. I wanna talk about 5 mistakes that beginning audiophiles make. And I just wanna state that there's no way to do audiophilia, whatever. There's no way to do it wrong. There is however way you feel most comfortable doing it. But I just want to go over 5 things that I think every beginning audiophile should either be aware of or be told at some point, and I haven't seen anybody else tell them to do it. So with that being said, let's get into number 1. So something that can really help you in the beginning is finding a mentor. Along with that, there's a second part, which is that if you find a mentor, if you find like a chat group or a person online that you follow, make sure that you are still trusting your own ears. And that's the important part. Now, for some shameless self-promoting, if you want a little bit of a mentor on how to listen to certain things, I have a great Google playlist guide. I post 1 to 2 a week, and it basically is going over playlists on what I'm listening to per playlist. I have vocal tests, soundstage tests, bass tests, all that sort of stuff. And I basically go over what I listen to on each and every song in that playlist. I link the playlist so that you can download it on your Google Play, and you can have it, and you can it gets you started on becoming an audiophile or advances your skills if you're already considering yourself one. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit controversial, so know where to put your money. So if you have a pair of headphones that you don't really like, or a pair of speakers that you feel like something is missing, or something like that, a lot of people will advise get a DAC, get an amp, get a better source or something like that, and those are legitimate things. But what is gonna make the most difference, and I don't think there's many people who would argue with me on this point, is that headphones or speakers are gonna make the biggest difference in sound. So if you feel like something is lacking, what I recommend doing is actually buying one of those first. Sell your old one, buy something new, buy something that you think might fit your needs and wants better. And then from there, you can get the DAC and the amp and the FLAC files to make sure that you're squeezing out every little bit of that headphone that you already enjoy. So try and stay away from improving a headphone that you already feel like something isn't really there. So obviously this doesn't stand for everything, but it's generally a good rule to make sure that you are not trying to squeeze something out of a headphone that it doesn't want to give. Now, mistake number 3 that I see a lot of people make, they just got their tax returns, they got $2,000 to spend on audio equipment, and they buy one pair of headphones that costs $1,500, $2,000. You want to give yourself room to grow. There's a bunch of reasons why. 1, so you can have the experience. 2, so you can really fully appreciate that $2,000 headphone. What I recommend doing if you have $2,000 to spend, or any budget really, is to diversify your headphone portfolio. Buy 3 pairs of headphones, buy 4 pairs of $500 headphones. There are some really great options in between the $100 and $500 range. Is that $2,000 headphone gonna sound better than most of those? Maybe. Sometimes. There's some really amazing headphones. Like, you would really be surprised. Don't think that price dictates everything. And leave yourself room to grow. Start small, work your way up. Like they say they do this with cars. That's why a Mazda Miata is like the best first car ever. Manual, you get to learn in a lightweight body. It handles semi-decently. You get to learn the mechanics of the car. It's simple if anything breaks. And it's just a good learning car. And if you are a beginner, the best thing that you can do is try and learn. Now, rule number 4 is that there are actually no rules in this hobby. You don't need FLAC files. You don't need an amplifier. You don't need a DAC. You don't need a $1,000 pair of headphones to have an enjoyable listening experience. Listen to what you like. Listen to the sound signature that you appreciate, not the generic sound signature that everyone else in the crowd seems to like. Sound and audiophileness. What is the word for that? Yeah, I can't figure out the word for that. Sound and being an audiophile is such a subjective thing. And one of the examples that I was talking about in my live stream is like, you and your buddy, you go to a car show. You see a red car. You both know that it's red. You both saw the same car. You can have differing opinions on whether you like the car or not, but you can both agree that that is a car and that car is red. Audio, not the same way. You listen to a song and I listen to a song, and our experience of what, instead of seeing, we're hearing are going to be different. And then on top of our experiences being different, our opinions are going to be different. One song has more bass. You like bass, I don't. Vice versa. Who knows? The experience is going to be different. And because of that, it's going to be completely unique to every individual. Never forget that. Never follow the crowd for the sake of following the crowd. And if anybody tells you otherwise, understand their opinion, see where they're coming from, see if you agree with it and where you don't agree with it. And don't give in to peer pressure to get something that you don't feel that you need. Now, that being said, I do highly recommend trying new things. And that goes into that kind of experience and starting off small. It's like get as much experience with as many different things as you can before you go to the big game. And for number 5, I'm going to speak a little bit hypocritically here. Don't be an elitist dick, all right? There are a bunch of people in this hobby that are just rude, judgmental assholes. And sometimes you may be one of them, I may be one of them without realizing. There are headphones that when people say they listen to, I go, oh, Jesus, not those. Like, it's all personal. Like, if you have differing opinions, if you want to argue FLAC versus MP3 or digital versus analog, vinyl versus whatever, you can have those arguments, but try and inform in an educational manner and make it a discussion. And give that person a reason to benefit from thinking the way that you think rather than just trying to prove why they are wrong. Because everyone listens and enjoys and appreciates music and good sound for different reasons. And to claim that you know all the reasons that they know is impossible. And so if you're gonna have an opinion, you can state your opinion. That's perfectly fine. That's exactly what I do on this channel. But don't always shut down other people's opinions. But like any hobby, this is just designed to be fun. That's all it should be. So have fun, I guess. And number 6, which is a little bit of a bonus one, is to subscribe to this channel. It'll really help you out. It makes you an audiophile, I promise. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, and then real quick story time, because somebody asked me to put like vlog type endings to the end of my videos. So I want to tell you this funny story about my friend Nick. So if you've ever been to California, there's a place called Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is very beautiful. It's up in the mountains. They have lots of cabins, lots of snowing, lots of skiing, lots of snowboarding, stuff like that, right? The air is really thin. We went up there to mountain bike because it was in the summertime. And we went up with my buddy Mike, Sean, Nick, none of the people you know, obviously. We had been mountain biking throughout that day. They had been like hiking and stuff like that. And so we go back to the cabin that we were staying at and we sat down, you know, chilled by the fire. Then we went to bed. So me and Sean and Nick were all sleeping in the same room and they had like different beds. So me and Sean couldn't sleep. So we're kind of like sitting up talking and, you know, just chatting it up. And then out of nowhere, my friend Nick, he pops up out of bed. He literally goes from laying, he sits up straight out of bed. And he just goes, hello, 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 and then just lays back down and falls asleep. And to this day, that was like the creepiest / funniest thing that I've ever seen happen. He has no recollection of it. Me and Sean were busting out the entire time. It was so funny. We gave him hella shit for it later. Like every time we say hello, we're like, hello, hello, hello. It's hella funny. I don't know if that was funny to you, but just the experience is hella funny to me. All right, guys, I will catch you later. Have fun with this. Like, it's not meant to be a perfect how-to or anything like that. Just some of the things that I see people kind of having issues with, and I want to help as many people out as I can, because this is a beautiful hobby, and there's a lot of passionate people in it, and you know, I think it's something that's excellent to get into. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe, don't drown, don't do anything your mom wouldn't approve of. Peace.